If you have been setting goals and kind of achieving your goals, but you're not able to keep the results for a certain period, it's an up and down roller coaster. I hate it. I go back to point zero and I had to start over again. And this is the video for you. What's up everybody, my name is Juma. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a video from me. In this channel, we're all about well-being, work and self-development. Feel free, feel at home, we're all about growth here. So in today's video, we'll be introducing a new series that is called the High on Ambition Real Talks. Oh yes, the High on Ambition is a club that I have. It's a book club. If you haven't joined, the link will be down below for you to join. This is a book club for ambitious women. So we're just extending the brand and having the High on Ambition Real Talks, which will be a series that we get to talk about what it means being an ambitious girl chasing your dreams. So there'll be the real talks, I'll have other guests come on this specific series. I'll shoot with different people on this specific series, but this is all about the behind the scenes of an ambitious girl, and it's me and you girl to girl talk on this series. I'm so excited because I am a person who really loves conversations, and conversations are one way that I get to connect with people, and I'm glad that I will be having a platform to do this with you guys on this series, which is the High on Ambition. So if you have any questions that you would love to ask, or if you have any topics that you'd like us to discuss, please email me below or DM me on my social media and send me in your questions, and we'll be addressing them here. This is everything, all the questions you have about chasing your dreams, what it is like, the things we struggle with when you're chasing your dreams. Send me all the questions and I'll be more than glad to help you out, and we'll discuss the questions on this platform. So we'll get straight to our first topic, and in this first series we'll be talking about habits that are hindering you from succeeding. It's so important for us to understand the things that are really blocking us towards achieving our goals, because I know most of us, we just want to achieve it, and we have really put a lot of effort towards achievement of our goals. We have set the goals, we have the dates when we want to hit it, we have been trying to manifest it, but it really isn't coming to you, or you won't really say that I am successful, because there's some habits that just get to block you and just don't let you get there. Even if you're beginning a self-development journey, these are things that will kill your growth. And I always feel like it's much better to be aware of something, because that is the first level of making change. If you're not aware of it, it's just it's just happening in the background and you're not aware of it. But you really need to be aware of it if you're going to make adequate change towards where you want to be. So I'll share with you my personal experiences around these habits and how I was able to overcome them, and I'd love to hear your opinions about this as well. So my first habit that really was killing me is lack of consistency. Guys, I am 100, I don't even know I can say, positive guilty of this. I have tried, or rather set up several projects, and they didn't really take off because of lack of consistency. Yes, I said it. Lack of consistency. It doesn't matter how talented you are, it doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how much you love it, but the moment you're not consistent with it, you just forget about it, because it's consistency that really helps to keep you successful. And if you don't have that discipline of staying consistent, it just doesn't hold up. Myself, I will move from one project in 3 months to another project in 3 months, and I'm a very creative person, so I can come up with 1,000 ideas within one day. I'm just always popping ideas, and I'm a very good problem solver. So I will jump from this and go to this, and it wasn't really working for me in that kind of way. But when I really got down to the root of why is it that I am not consistent with the things that I know I should be doing. As much as I know that I need to be working on this, I loved it so much, I took the step and I started the project. However, I'm still not successful with it. The reason that I would move from one project to another is because I really didn't want to fail at it. I was scared to fail at it. I didn't want to look like I didn't have it together at this specific project. So it's easier to dump it and be like, oh, I'm the one who walked out on the project, but I really didn't fail at it. I would have succeeded at it, but I walked out of it. So it's just that fear that you have within you when you know that you might fail at it, which is not a good mindset to hold, as being that failure is something that can be a blessing. Failure is somewhere that you can be able to pick up yourself and rebuild your life. That was really holding me off, for a very long time. And I really wanted to be like, I don't want to fail. I don't want to get there. I don't want to look like I don't have it together. I'd rather walk out from this before it crumbles. And that is why I will do it every single time. And despite that, when you're moving from one project to another, you don't get there, because to be successful you really have to do deep work, and deep work is going to places that no one else can get. Deep work is you going, like, digging in deeper than the surface. And for you to do deep work, you will have to be very honest with yourself. You have to face yourself. You have to face the fact that you might not be as good as you think you are. Because one of the things that most of us be like, oh, let me just give an example with the YouTube. Like, if someone gave me that channel, I would have done it this way. I would have done it this way. But the truth on the ground, as Kenyan say it, we took our ground is different. The truth on the ground is very different, because the moment you have the channel, you realize that, oh my God, to even get the quality of work that this other person was able to produce takes a lot of work. But you really have to stick up and find out your weaknesses. You really have to go deep enough and realize that you're not as great as you thought you are. And when you get to accept that you're not as great as you thought you are, that is when you open up to growth. That is when you open up and be like, okay, I'm not as good as I thought I was. I need to credit that girl. That girl was really doing well. I don't even know how she was holding it up. You need to, that is when you be like, okay, so where can I start? How can I learn it? How can I bridge this weakness? Do I have to hire external people, or do I have to take a course to be able to bridge this weakness? It's a learning process. Success is not inborn. You have to learn. It's a curve that you take. It's the process. It's not just about the results, it's the process. And if you're not able to accept, or rather go deeper with your work, you will not find the need to bridge your weaknesses, and that doesn't make you successful. But you really need to go deep, figure out, oh my God, I suck at this. I myself right now, I can tell you the areas that I really suck at, but I have learned to bridge my weaknesses. And the moment you learn to bridge your weaknesses, you're able to keep your project going on, and you're able to produce the quality work, because maybe you might hire on areas that you're weak on, and you might have other people, come in and do all these things. So you really have to go deep on these things and just not leave it at surface level. It's the deep work that people pay you for. It's going the place that no one else is able to go that gets the check to you, because that's why you get hired, because you're able to do something that not everyone else can do. But you cannot stop at where everyone stops and get what you want. You have to go deep, and you have to face your fears, break that weakness, to be able to be more consistent with your practices. So fine, knowing that I'm inconsistent because I'm scared of this, you're aware of your fear, it still doesn't get you where you want to be. It still doesn't deal with the inconsistency. But you have to find a growth pattern, or rather even know how to move from being inconsistent to get there. And that is where people like coaches do come in. Myself, you won't believe it, but there is this lie that people say, we're all self-made. I agree on that. There is the initiative of you being self-made. However, it takes a team, it takes a village to be successful. You cannot do it alone. And stop even trying to carry it all alone. Ask for help where you need it. Myself, I won't even tell you the amount of people who are behind me as so many. I have a lot of people supporting me in different areas just for me to be able to sit down here and do this YouTube video. And if I didn't ask for their help, I will always be inconsistent. And if I didn't ask for their help, I'll be like, oh, let me put it off. I can't do that alone. Or I will need this and this and that. I'll always find excuses. While you can just simply ask, could you help me with this? If you have that open mind and you want to learn and you want to do these things, you will be surprised how people are more than willing to help you with whatever it is that you're doing. Ask for help, Hire people that can help you in the areas that you want to help. Get a coach. Set up a program for yourself, Create a routine for yourself. Move towards where you want to be. Because without routines, without a growth system, you will always be inconsistent with your actions. and you'll never really get there. Myself, I won't tell you, it sucks. Inconsistency sucks. You end up just looking crazy, because one day you're here doing this project, you know, you're the life coach and you're doing this. The next day you're somewhere else, or you're the I don't know what, and you're doing that. It's just a roller coaster and just makes you look so crazy. And it's something that you can really avoid with planning, routines, setting up systems of work, asking for help, learning, investing time. These are things that you can get to do to be able to break that weakness. And don't be scared. Face it. You know that you're going to win at the end of the day. So let the short failures not even discourage you. Face it. Go head to head with your fears. Tackle it and be like, okay, fine, this is it, but this is where I want to be. And that process, you got to love it. You just have to love it. Every single day you have to let your older version die and let your new version blossom. That is just it, ladies. When it comes to chasing your dreams, you have to find ways to deal with lack of consistency. It is not sexy, it is not cute. You have to go beyond that. Create a system for yourself and get this work done. Consistency, doing it every single time, every single day, putting one brick at a time. I prefer even to do less things and be consistent at them than doing many things and not being able to be consistent with them. So it's even better to just set up one thing and be like, okay, I'm working on this area of my life this next 3 months, which is actually what I always do. If I'm working on a certain area, I'm working on it. For example, if you're taking up a project like YouTube, so like, okay, for the first 3 months, I'm just going to figure settings, how to set up a camera, how to set up the light, how to set up things. I'm not even going to focus with the marketing, thumbnails, or all these things. You're just going to figure out setting. And within the 3 months, you make sure that you learn everything it takes within that category of setting. Speak to people, know their hacks, know what they're doing, join communities that have the same mission as you, like what we have here, the High on Ambition. Learn everything you can, network with other people, ask them how they do it. Learn everything that you can in that department, and once you're done with that department, move on to the next blocking. Now my setting is okay, my production is okay, I'm now able to produce quality work. What can I do better? You move on to another sector, maybe marketing. Take one step at a time, and the beauty about these steps is the moment you learn it, you will have to, like, it's yours, you keep it, no one will take it away from you. It's your work, you just build on it. And you just need to accept that you're not going to be knowing everything when you're starting. It's okay. I remember starting this project and I was like, it's fine. I don't mind how much far behind I am, or I don't mind how much I don't know, but I'm going to learn in the process. And I always hold that mentality in everything, because if I don't have that, I'm going to be very inconsistent and discouraged and will stop producing the work that I've always been producing. But you just have to accept, so like, fine, I don't know about that. Yes, it's an area that I don't know, and don't be embarrassed for the fact that you don't know. Everything is learned, so just spend more time learning it, getting it together, and produce the best work that you can. Chase your dreams with dignity and grace, because you know these dreams were meant for you. And a good life is waiting for you on the other side. Don't be discouraged at all. You know, connect with us, send me more questions on things you'd like us to discuss, on, you know, areas that you guys are struggling with, and the solutions or the quick tips that we can be able to fix it. Thank you guys, I really do appreciate your presence here. Don't forget to leave your questions below. You can also email me the things that you would love to know about chasing ambitions. We're gonna have real talks here, like really real talks here, so send them all. I'll be waiting for them. My email is info@megjuma.com. it will be down below, and my handle is at megjuma on Instagram. You can DM me. Also, you can feel free to leave your question here. I'm looking forward to answering more of your questions, and I'm looking forward to having more guests here and having more discussions. I hope the next time I'll be shooting any series on High on Ambition, I will not be alone. I hope other people will be with me. So thank you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.